What's going on, guys? JSkeleton with PREAMP guys today, coming at you with my E3 2018 predictions for you guys and my friends. I'm really excited to be bringing this video. Finally, we're just about 2 weeks away from E3. We did this last year. We're doing it again this year. A lot of you guys have been asking me lately, are you going to make a predictions video? Yes, and here it is. So, two things to note right before we jump into things. First of all, ignore the big scruffiness of the beard. The beard's out of whack. It's out of control. I gotta clean it up, tidy it up. I've been hard at work between both my channels, my Nintendo channel, my other channel that I have, making a lot of videos lately, and I just haven't had time to clean up the beard yet, man. So ignore that. But on a more serious note, the second thing I want to note is that there's a lot of predictions I had, a couple months ago, and kind of throughout early 2018 that I kind of forgot to write down, and because I forgot to write down, I actually just can't remember any of it. I remember a lot of it, but some of the things I've forgotten is what I'm saying. I can't remember. That said, the list I do have is pretty substantial, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a couple things that we're gonna see at E3, and I'm gonna be like, oh man, that was one of my predictions that I forgot about, and maybe that'll happen, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe those forgotten predictions are because they were no good. They were just too far-fetched. And keep in mind, this is a predictions video, so it's going to be predictions. It's going to be what I actually think is going to be shown at E3, not just what I hope for. Because let's be real, if we're talking about what I hope for, then I would love to see Luigi's Mansion 3, for example. But I don't think that's going to happen this year. I think that might happen next year, but that's a prediction for next year's video, not this year's. But this year's video, we're going to start out with the obvious. First off, you can expect to see both Nintendo Switch titles and 3DS titles. Guarantee you that, because 3DS is still being supported, so that's still going to be a thing. Let's start off with some more obvious stuff. For Treehouse Live, we're going to definitely see some gameplay and kind of examples, or showcase rather, of Splatoon 2's Octo expansion, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Crash Bandicoot Trilogy, and anything that comes out after E3 2018. So, games that obviously are not released yet, when E3 actually happens. So that's all going to be showcased on E3's Treehouse Live, Nintendo's Treehouse Live at E3. So keep in mind, these predictions are going to be a mixture of, what's going to be shown in Nintendo's E3 presentation and what's going to be shown on Treehouse Live, because they do reveal stuff on Treehouse Live as well. So it's a mixture of both. It's not all necessarily going to be in the presentation itself. Definitely tune in to Treehouse Live. If you guys don't tune in to Treehouse Live at E3, by the way, you're missing out, man. E3 2008, or not 2018, but E3's Treehouse Live, or Nintendo's Treehouse Live at E3 rather, is some of my favorite stuff to watch. I just love the Treehouse crew. I love all the interviews and the gameplays, and it's just, I get excited. That said, and we're going to be streaming, by the way, we're going to be streaming all of Nintendo's presentation, and we're going to be streaming kind of just chilling out, watching the Treehouse Live as well. So make sure you guys tune into that as well. Okay, let's get into it. Enough ranting. We're already like 3 minutes into the video. The first reveal, I think, is, well, maybe not the first, but one of the reveals I think is going to be Spyro Trilogy coming to Switch. I definitely think it's going to happen. Crash Bandicoot's Trilogy is obviously coming to Switch in July, or is it August? I can't remember. I think it's July. It's coming out in July, I believe. And Spyro Trilogy's gotten announced for PS4 and Xbox One, and I think it's also get announced for the Nintendo Switch. That'd be very, very cool. I'm really excited for that trilogy. So that's one thing. Another thing I think is going to get announced is Fortnite. I definitely think Fortnite's coming to the Switch. I'd be very surprised if it doesn't. I mean, they got Fortnite running on mobile games, on iOS, for crying out loud. If they can get it running on iOS, they can definitely get it running on Switch. And if they do, you'll be sure to know, or you'll be sure that they're going to have some cross-platform with other platforms like Xbox One, PC, and PS4. PS4, it's weird. PS4 is cross-play with like PC, but not with other consoles. So if you have PS4 friends, you probably won't be able to play with them on the Switch, but you'll probably be able to play with Xbox One and PC friends on the Switch, most likely. Anyways, I definitely think Fortnite's gonna be revealed as well. I think there's gonna be a new Fire Emblem, the actual new Fire Emblem story title. Not like Fire Emblem Warriors kind of style. I think that's gonna be announced. And I think it's going to come either holiday this year or early 2019. But I definitely think Fire Emblem is going to be a thing. Yoshi. Now, Yoshi is one game that they showed last year that I'm really excited for. That's definitely going to be showed off. I think Yoshi comes out in August because they don't really have any big title coming out in August this year. So I think Yoshi's going to obviously be shown off. That's a given. They showed it off last year. They had gameplay last year, but we didn't get a release date or anything like that. I think we're going to get the release date. We're going to get the title, obviously. And again, I think it's going to be an August release. Now, this one's a little bit iffy. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say there's going to be a new Paper Mario game that's going to get announced. I really believe that a new Paper Mario game is going to get announced, and it's going to go back to the kind of like the traditional, partner-style gameplay and things like that. But it's also going to have influences from Sticker Star and Color Splash and things like that. But I don't think that's coming out until 2019. I think that's going to be kind of like a spring, maybe summer 2019 game. But I do think it's going to get announced, kind of like Yoshi got announced last year, but it's not going to come until 2019. This one I'm really excited for. You know what? Hold on. Let's hold that one. Let's hold that one for a second because this is a really, really good one. Let's go to something else first. Supersonic Racing, I think, is obviously, I mean, we know Supersonic Racing is a thing. They've been teasing it. But I think it's also going to get revealed that it's going to be coming out for Nintendo Switch as well. And maybe some exclusive content on the Switch for the Switch version of Supersonic Racing. So I think that's going to be a thing. Metroid Prime 4 is finally going to get a gameplay trailer. I guarantee you, we got a teaser trailer last year. I guarantee you we get a gameplay trailer, and then it comes out in 2019. I don't see it coming out this year. There's already a ton of big games coming out for the Switch this year. It's definitely not going to come out this year. It's going to come out 2019, maybe like a September game next year, but we're going to finally get a gameplay trailer, which is super exciting. Pokemon for the Switch, I think, is finally going to get revealed. Like, we know about it. It's announced. We know it's a thing, but I think it's actually going to get revealed. We're going to see, title, gameplay, things like that. Obviously, there's leaks and rumors about it being, called Pokemon Let's Go, Eevee and Pikachu, and that they're, a new take on Red and Blue and like kind of remakes of Pokemon Yellow. So I do believe that is a thing. I know it's a rumor, but I do believe that is a thing. So I think that's what we're going to be seeing at E3. And I think the graphics are going to be kind of like, a nice mixture of Sun and Moon, but not, obviously a lot better than that. And kind of like Pokken Tournament, but not as good as Pokken Tournament, so kind of like somewhere in the middle, which is going to be really, really, really sick to see. Obviously, Smash Bros for the Switch is going to be shown off. We already know that's confirmed. They're going to be showing gameplay, things like that. So it's not so much of a prediction, but it leads me into some predictions regarding Smash Bros. The first is that I've been saying this for a while. I think it's going to launch in September alongside the online service. What a perfect way to launch the online service with Smash Bros. Right? It's going to give people an incentive, beyond Splatoon 2 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and all the other multiplayer games, which are already an incentive enough, but it's going to give people a lot much bigger incentive from a business standpoint that it's going to be ideal to launch Smash Bros in September with your online service. So then people buy the online service. If they want to play Smash Bros online, which a lot of people obviously are going to play Smash Bros online. Who's not going to play Smash Bros online? We're going to be playing it online. I'm gonna host some open lobbies and stuff. It's going to be a good time. So I think Smash Bros coming out in September. The other thing that I've been mentioning for a long time, I mentioned this long before Smash Bros was even revealed for the Switch. I said, the day the Smash Bros comes out for the Switch is the day we see Ice Climbers return. So I guarantee you that Ice Climbers will return on the Switch version. We're finally going to see them back. We didn't see them in the Wii U and 3DS versions, but Ice Climbers are definitely going to return. They're a fan favorite. We got to see them. We're going to see them. I am putting 100% emphasis on that. Like 100%. I'm 100% sure we're going to see them. Okay, obviously I'm not Nintendo, so maybe I can't be 100%, but I'm 99% sure that we're going to see Ice Climbers. And they're going to be revealed during Treehouse Live. I don't think it's going to be during the E3 presentation. I think they're going to be revealed when they reveal the gameplay in Treehouse Live. Now, this one's very unlikely, but I think there's a possibility for a Black Ops 4 surprise announcement. Now, maybe it's just, you know, Black Ops 4's Battle Royale is coming to the Switch only without the rest of, you know, like the multiplayer and the zombies. But, you know, I think there's still a chance that Black Ops 4 does come to the Switch. You know, I know Treyarch said that they're not making it and they have no plans for it, but I think that's a play on words like I mentioned before. I think that means that they're literally not making it. They have no plans for it. That, you know, it's another studio that's making the Switch version. I honestly believe that, but, you know, I could be wrong. Again, I think it's unlikely, but I also think it's very possible. Does that make sense? Maybe it doesn't make sense, but I also think we may see something Star Fox related. There's been a lot of rumors and talks going around. I'm not super confident on this one, but I think there's a good chance for that. 3DS, there's not a lot of 3DS predictions I have because I don't know what else they can do with 3DS. I mean, there's so many great games. I mean, last year they still announced a lot of great games. But we know that Luigi's Mansion is coming, so that's going to obviously be shown off in Treehouse Live. But I honestly think there's going to be a new Zelda. You know, maybe a 2D Zelda announced for the Switch, but I don't think it's time for that yet because Breath of the Wild just came out last, well, a year and a half ago. So I think maybe next year they announce a 2D Zelda for the Switch, or maybe a remake of Skyward Sword. That'd be amazing. But I don't think this year. I think if anything, there's going to be a remake of maybe Link's Awakening, you know, Link's Awakening 3D for the 3DS. I think that's probably going to be a thing, most likely. But again, I'm kind of like 50-50 on that prediction myself. And then the last one is one of the ones that I think is the most amazing, one of the ones I'm most excited for, and that is Mario Odyssey DLC. I've been saying it. I've been saying it since Mario Odyssey came out that there's going to be big DLC. When it came out with the first free update, I said there's going to be bigger DLC that's going to add kingdoms, more moons to collect, and I really want that so desperately because I freaking love Super Mario Odyssey. I know a lot of you guys do too. I love Super Mario Odyssey, and I just need some more content. So I think some bigger DLC is going to get announced. There's probably some paid DLC, you know, things you got to pay for. I think Luigi will be a playable character, and with him being a playable character, they're going to add more moons to the game, more power moons to the game. You know, maybe it's like 50, maybe it's 75, maybe it's 100. I think at least 50 power moons for his character are going to be added to the game. But I do think that Luigi's going to be a playable character, and I think that's going to come out in June. I think it's going to be one of those things where they're like, oh, by the way, it's coming out like next week. Or maybe they'll even say it's coming out today, like the day of. Maybe it's going to come out the day of E3, because they have done that before as well. There's rumors that apparently Wario and Waluigi might also be announced as playable characters. But again, these are just like other people making predictions. But, you know, again, if you guys go back on my older videos, you'll know that I've said this a long time ago, that I guarantee you power moons will be added to the game, more kingdoms, and that Luigi would be added to the game. But I'm going to go off and say that other people's predictions about Wario and Waluigi are probably also going to be true, that they're going to be made playable characters with their own set of power moons as well, but that they're going to be released at a later date. So I definitely think that's going to be a thing, and I think that all that's going to be playable on the showroom floor. So those are kind of my predictions, my friends. I tried to make this as fast as possible, but you know, I got a pretty big list here, and even at that, I feel like I forgot quite a few things. But the Mario Odyssey DLC thing, I'm very confident on. I'm very confident, at least on the fact that we're gonna get, you know, more kingdoms and more power moons. I'm pretty confident on Luigi being a playable character, and I'm like, you know, let's say like 60 to 70% on Wario and Waluigi. But I'm very confident that's gonna happen. So let me know what you think in the comments below about my predictions. What are your predictions? Let me know. I apologize if this was a lengthy video, but again, I have a lot of predictions. One thing's for sure, it's gonna be a great presentation, a great E3 for both Nintendo and obviously non-Nintendo content as well. It's gonna be very exciting stuff. I'm gonna be streaming the Nintendo presentation on the channel, as well as kind of, you know, a chill stream with the Treehouse Live after. So we're gonna stream the presentation as a reaction, then we're gonna stop that stream, we're gonna start a new one and watch the Treehouse Live as kind of like just a chill, kind of relaxing thing together. So make sure you guys tune into those. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so you guys never miss a new upload. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. And you know, keep sharing the channel with your friends, because we are super close to 10,000 subs. Let's see if we can hit it before E3. We got 2 weeks. We have 900 subs to go. I think it's possible. You guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for your support. I'll catch you guys very soon. And like always, until next time, game on.